I have further clarification on the 48 hours imposed by Nancy Pelosi just yesterday. Also, Mark Meadows was out this morning confirming larger stimulus checks. I'll be talking about all of that plus more in this video. Let's get right into it. Welcome back, everybody. Good morning. Today is Monday, October 19th. As always, my videos pertain to everybody, including Social Security recipients, retirement, disability, and survivors, SSI, supplemental security income, VA, RRB, low income, and no income. You may be wondering, why does he always confirm those groups in every one of his videos? The reason I say that is because if I don't, I usually get a lot of comments asking, what about SSA? What about Social Security disability? What about VA? What about SSI? So I want to confirm just saying, yes, you're included in all these videos. And in fact, I like to look out for these groups of people. That everybody that I just mentioned, if you're in that group, I like to look out for you. I'm your daily advocate. I'm back every single day, at least once, sometimes twice, maybe even 3 times in a single day. But I like to look out for these groups, and the reason being is I fall into the disability category. I'm blind. I can't even see the camera. So if I'm not looking at it, please don't yell at me. But anyway, that's why I confirm, because I like to show everybody like, hey, these videos are for you. So anyway, enough out of me. Let's get into this. But if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I really appreciate your support. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And if you're returning, thank you so much. I really appreciate seeing you again. You know, seeing metaphorically, you know what I mean? But anyway, I really appreciate having you here. I love connecting with all of you and seeing your nice comments down below. It means a lot to me. So let's get right into this and talk about what's going on with these latest updates on the stimulus package, those second stimulus checks, and what's going on with this 48 hours that Nancy Pelosi imposed yesterday. Let's talk about all this. Also, one really quick note. I accidentally bumped my tripod this morning, so if I'm way off on one side, if my head is cut off, you know the drill. I apologize. Like I said, I bumped my tripod, so I tried to reconfigure it, but hopefully I'm in the shot. Anyway, let's talk about this. So, as I produced yesterday, Corey and I were back yesterday in a video talking about this 48 hours imposed by Nancy Pelosi over the weekend. What does that mean? So here's the deal. I had a few people asking, like, is that it? Is it game over if they don't get a deal by the end of the day Tuesday? So the end of the day Tuesday is actually when this 48 hours runs out, according to Nancy. But anyway, people were asking, is that it? Is it game over? Are we done with the stimulus talks? Is there no more stimulus check? So here's the clarification on that. No, it's not game over. The stimulus talks and the negotiations are not going to end. What's actually, the reason she said is this 48 hours is because she said, if we don't get a deal by the end of the day Tuesday, which is tomorrow, the end of the day tomorrow, it's unlikely it will pass by election day. That's all she's saying. So the negotiations will continue beyond tomorrow night if they don't have a deal. But if they want to get it passed by election day, they need to have these talks and something agreed upon by the end of the day tomorrow. That's all she's saying. However, if they don't have an agreement, it will continue on beyond tomorrow. It's unlikely it'll pass before the election. All right. I hope that cleared it up. I hope that offered some additional clarification for all those questions I had on yesterday's video. So let's talk about Mark Meadows. He was out this morning, talking up his storm. So what did he say? Mark Meadows was out this morning confirming larger stimulus checks. Now, he didn't clarify exactly what he means by this, but let's talk about what we do know. In the Republican proposal, they're proposing that $1,200 for adults and then raising the dependent payment up to $1,000. Now, it makes me wonder, is that what he's talking about with larger stimulus checks? Is the $1,000 for dependents? Is that what he's talking about? Or is he maybe giving a hint into larger stimulus checks for adults? We don't know that. I'm not going to speculate, and I don't want to give any false hope, but he did confirm larger stimulus checks. So we need further clarification on that. He could be referring to that $1,000 for dependents, or is he possibly referring to something more on the adult side? We don't know that. Of course, we'll be watching that because that's big. I mean, at this point, seriously, we should have had these second stimulus checks months and months ago. So the fact is, even if they gave more there, I feel like, yeah, you guys are maybe, going in the right direction. So anyway, we'll wait for further clarification. Like I said, I don't want to speculate on that too much because I don't want to give you false hope. I just want to give you the facts. and the quotes that people are saying here. So in that interview, Mark Meadows also said, "We are committed to negotiating and we are committed to making a deal as quickly as possible." So we know that everybody wants a deal as quickly as possible. Hashtag July or hashtag June, right? I mean, everybody wanted this deal months and months ago. Here we are sitting in, well, practically late October. I mean, by the time this gets passed, it's going to be late October at the earliest. So, yeah. Anyway, Nancy Pelosi, over the weekend, issued a letter to her Democratic colleagues. In that letter, it said, among many, many things she said in there, but here's something I thought was really interesting, and I just wanted to point this out because I think many of you are going to agree with this, and that is, she pointed out there were an additional 6 million people who fell into poverty in the last 3 months. In the last 3 months, 6 million people fell into poverty. So that, by her estimation, or I'm not sure where she's getting this information from, but by her estimation, what she said is over 8 million people in this country are living in poverty right now. That's really sad and staggering numbers if that's the case. I mean, 8 million people, what is that? That's like the population of a couple states. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. So yeah, that's a really sad situation. And she cited that the money, like the funding from the CARES Act, has run out. Well, yeah, you're telling us it ran out months ago. So yeah, I mean, I think everybody here can agree that yes, the stimulus checks and any little stipend that we received months ago from the CARES Act was long gone. We forgot about that months ago. We've been asking and begging for more for months now. So yeah, interesting. I wanted to point that out because I think a lot of us here on the channel can probably agree. Yeah, the poverty level has increased dramatically lately. A lot of people are suffering. So anyway, Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin are going to be talking again today. They spoke over the weekend for about an hour on Saturday night. A little date between the two. That was nice. They spoke for an hour. But yeah, anyway, they plan on continuing their talks and their negotiations today. So that'll be interesting to see what comes out of that. Also, I talked about this the other day, and I just want to hit on this again. Mitch McConnell, he's proposing this little skinny bill, the targeted bill that he proposed a couple months ago. It got shot down immediately by Democrats, and he's going to be voting on that again tomorrow and on Wednesday, portions of it again and tomorrow. He also stated once it fails, he's going to be turning his attention to confirming the new Supreme Court justice. So basically, he's already planning on it to fail, which everybody knows it's going to. So it's funny. I'm laughing, not at the situation, but I'm laughing like, dude, why are you wasting your time? Seriously, why are you wasting your time? It's not going anywhere. No one's going to support it. Maybe some Republicans will, but seriously, Democrats don't want it. It's garbage. Nobody cares about it. Let's just focus on the real deal, the one that Nancy and Steve are trying to negotiate. Let's focus our energy on that one. That's the one that everybody wants. That's the one everybody needs. So today should be another interesting day. Who knows? Maybe this 48 hours that Nancy imposed will actually, light a little fire under these people. Get them working. Get them moving on something. Maybe. I don't know. But we'll watch it. Today should certainly be interesting. Tomorrow will also be interesting as the end of the day. Tomorrow is the end of that 48 hours that Nancy Pelosi has talked about. So, again, it's just a line in the sand at this point, but we'll see. It's hopefully we can kind of push something across the finish line. Either way, I'll be watching all this for you, and I'm always here for you, everybody. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day, and I'll